Good afternoon, Nate Riesen with Jon Lancaster Toyota in sunny Madison, Wisconsin. It is wishful thinking. There is some snow that's fallen. So I showed you a little bit about the outside of the Rav4s, because again, the scenario is your sales guy is either A, too new, or B, overwhelmed by the differences in the three trim levels, so I'm going to do my best to help you out. Up front, I've got the standard model Rav4 in Black Forest Pearl, and we've got a black sport model, and limited in pyrite mica. And I just want to show you the differences in terms of interior features. Now the limited is the only one that has a difference where you can get navigation or the first value package, which gives you JBL stereo with Bluetooth. I'm showing you the model with Bluetooth because I think the stereo is a lot cooler. I'm going to start with the standard model, and we're going to assume that you know that the second row seats fold down. I lied. I'm just going to show them to you. So when you go to the back of these guys, our door swings out to the side. It's actually pretty sweet because you look at all that room that you have, height-wise, nothing stands in the way. Anyway, door swings out to the side. Over here, there are handles that you can pull to lay the seats down. And it's 60-40, which simply means I can lay down 60% or 40% of the second row. Today, let's knock them all down. So max cargo capacity, and it gets better. Are you sitting down? I've got cargo capacity under the floor. I've got a huge storage well that I can flip the door up, and inside, tons of room. And today, carpet floor mats and cargo mat. All of these are the same. Limited and Sport, standard model have all the same function in the as far as the second row laying down and cargo space underneath the floor in the back. But let's talk about what's different on the inside. First and foremost, creature comforts. Sport and Limited have the same seat setup. He's 6-way adjustable. This will let us raise the seat so we have vertical height, recline, and we have forward and back. It's manual forward and back. Sport and Base are the same. 6-way manually adjustable seat. Power windows, power door locks, all standard stuff. Keyless entry and cruise are also standard. I'm going to just pop in here. Stereo-wise, CD player, 6 discs is optional. Aux in for your iPod is standard. And very quickly, show you what we do on the dashboard. This is kind of cool. It's now standard stuff that we give you. Obviously odometer, instant MPG, average MPG, and outside temperature gauge. And I'm toggling the display on the steering wheel to show you that. And of course the meters while we're here. Full instrumentation in terms of engine speed, car speed, engine temperature, and fuel gauge. What makes our four-wheel drives unique on the Rav is the Differential Lock, which allows you to engage four-wheel drive for a true kind of four-wheel drive. I shouldn't say true in terms of a pickup truck, but the four-wheel drive on the Rav is on demand, which means it'll apply power to the rear wheels for wheel slippage, obviously, full throttle acceleration, or spirited cornering. If you push the button, you get all four wheels to push you. So if you're in a position where it's real slippery and you aren't sure, push the button. Four-wheel drive will be there. It'll help you out and get you going. Next up is the Sport. Main difference is the charcoal cloth interior. And that's standard on Sport. There are no other options in terms of color. But what we added from the basic model is steering wheel audio control, so volume for the radio, station presets, mode, toggles AM, FM, CD, and XM radio. The Sport model gets standard XM radio, plus we picked up our 6-disc CD changer. Remember, that was optional in the standard model. The majority of Sports are built with a backup camera. And if you're here in Wisconsin, 99% of what you see, backup camera equipped. And that's true of the Sport and the Limited both. So with that, when you put the car in reverse, you see an image of what's directly behind you. Sport also picks up a power moonroof. So, of course, up on the roof, there's a hole. And that basically covers it. So, charcoal interior, XM radio, steering wheel audio controls, power moonroof, backup camera. I apologize for any repetition. It is my first day. You get in the back, same as what you had on the standard model. And when I get to the limited, that's also the same. So let's get to the limited, and the very first thing you'll see that's different, power driver seat, 8-way adjustable plus lumbar support. Get a few more buttons on the dashboard. Because this is a limited, you get a 120 volt power outlet mounted on the back of the console so you can plug things in like a laptop while you drive. That's a plug like you have in the house. Down assist control, steering wheel audio controls that we saw in the Sport, plus Bluetooth cell phone integration because this one is a limited with value package 1. There's a send, an end, and a talk switch. The display, like in the basic model, MPG and outside temperature gauge. Limiteds all have leather seats, and they all have heated seats, value package 1 or 2. Another bonus is dual zone climate control, so you have a driver's temperature and a passenger temperature. Again, JBL Premium, which brought our Bluetooth, 6-disc CD changer, XM radio, plus 2 extra speakers and a powered subwoofer in the back door. So very nice stereo here. Backup camera as we had in the Sport, and power moonroof as we had in the Sport. So again, the main changes to the limited: leather, heated seats, dual zone climate control, power driver's seat, smart keyless entry with push button start. You have the power moonroof that you had in the Sport. And you get rid of that Sport suspension limited. You get the softer, normal suspension in the limited, where again the Sport's a little bit stiffer by design. So there you have it. Questions, comments, suggestions? Put them in the comments or send me an email. Nate Riesen, Jon Lancaster Toyota in sunny Madison, Wisconsin.